Good evening and welcome to a regularly scheduled meeting of the City of Hartford Plan Commission. We have everybody here except for Brian Balin, who is absent and excused. I'd like to call this meeting to order and ask for an acceptance of the minutes of March 11th.
Move to approve.
We have moved to approve by Dave, second by Scott. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. We are on to item number 3, appearances. Appearances would be anybody from the city of Hartford or who has business with the city is welcome to come up. They can state their name and address, and you get 3 glorious minutes.
All right. Oh, good. It's working. Good evening. I'm Tom Hosted, Executive Director at the Hartford Area Development Corporation, located right downtown here in beautiful downtown Hartford, 120 North Main Street. Here this evening to speak in favor of item number 6 on the agenda. This is consideration of sale of land that we own, the Hartford Area Development Corporation owns. There are 2 tax keys identified there on the agenda. These are 2 separate parcels of land, but they actually are contiguous or adjoin, total a little over 60 acres. And as has been our practice rather for many, many years, when we acquire land, it ends up being held by the city of Hartford so that we don't have to pay property taxes on it, but it's used for development purposes. We are selling the land to a developer who wants to do residential housing on that parcel. There is, as you may well know, a considerable shortage of available residential, whether it's multifamily apartments or single-family housing in Hartford. So we are here tonight to urge your support for the sale of this land. The city of Hartford actually is titled with the land, so the offer is being made to the city of Hartford. It has to be approved by both the Plan Commission and the Common Council. But the proceeds come back to the Hartford Area Development Corporation to be invested in future land for development.
This is what's paying for your raise, Tom? Is that
Yeah. Maybe incentive to stay on a little bit longer. So I just wanted to mention that we have 2 of our key board members from the HADC here with us this evening. Stephen Hansen, who's with Jackson Holdings. Jackson Holdings owns a number of companies, and one of them is CDM Tool. Stephen is a president at CDM Tool currently. And also with us is Tom Dottle, who's the CFO and VP of Administration from Signacast Corporation. And both of those gentlemen can attest to the fact that as people come to work for their businesses, whether it's white collar or blue collar occupations, the need for housing is so acute that it's part of their attraction and retention strategies now at the corporations. We need to be able to offer people who work here an opportunity to live here. So again, we hope that you'll vote in favor of the proposed sale. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other appearances? Any other appearances? Please state your name, address, company, and you get 3 glorious minutes.
Hi, I'm Charlie Boysa. I own Basco Development. I'm the one I am from N2729 Taylor Road, Hartford.
Thank you.
I'm the developer that's proposing to buy that land from the Hartford Area Development Corp. I'm also the owner and developer of Oriole Ponds Apartments on the south side of town. Anyway, so Tom approached me about this parcel last summer, and over the last 6 or 8 months, been kind of going back and forth and trying to figure out what would be the best for the city and what would be the best for us. And I've lived in this city my entire adult life, and I've done some development here and some, owning buildings and renting buildings and putting my kids through school. And so anyway, I love it here, and I think this is a really good opportunity on that piece of land to try to get the most affordable housing that we can get. I'm not going to try to partner up with Washington County with the deal that they have going on. So it's going to be a conventionally financed development, and try to do a mix of some multifamily and a bunch of single-family homes. And so anyway, I am here all in favor, so nice to see you guys again.
Thank you very much. Sense of humor, I like that. Okay, last call. Any other appearances that'd like to come in front of the Plan Commission? Please state your name, your company. You get 3 glorious minutes.
Good afternoon, all. Nate Marshall, one of 2 managing partners of Helgeson, also president of the HADC, serving with these fine gentlemen behind me. We are excited with what's being proposed. We've worked a lot of time together with yourselves on the right uses for the land and how we grow Hartford for the future. So we're here to show our excitement and encouragement for this development. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hello, please state your name, your company and/or address, and you get 3 glorious minutes.
All right, thank you. Wayne Rappold with Matter Development. Our office is at 2675 North Mayfair in Wauwatosa. We're the group that has the Berggren property under contract and has filed the papers for annexation. So I'm here this evening if you have any questions or anything. We're excited about it. I know the property's been out there for 15 years, maybe more, on the market for sale on and off, and certainly has its challenges, but we're excited about it. We specialize in senior living communities and have a number of them throughout southeastern Wisconsin. My partner and I both are from Ozaukee, Washington County, so we have a track record here. We are working on the concept plan right now. We're thinking probably about 5 of the 20-plus acres would be for senior housing, with the balance most likely for multifamily. And we're excited to advance a development should you vote to annex the property.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now that I qualify for senior housing. Exactly. Anybody else? Seeing none, we'll go on to item number 4, discussion and consideration of an annexation petition. Tax keys, I'll even read them off, T6_04850F as in Frank, T6_4085, and T6_4086 in the town of Hartford. We're looking at our city planner, yes.
That's all right. It's a long day.
Jacob
It's been a long
Jacob
day.
Moss.
All right. So as stated previously, Floyd, our Berggren Limited Partnership, is looking to annex 3 parcels to the city of Hartford. That it would total 22.59 acres to the city of Hartford from the town of Hartford. As we had our speaker from Matter Development come here, they have a very good record of senior assisted living or senior living housing. They have the Westerly in Pewaukee, Lumia in Mequon, the Bay and the Landing in Elkhart Lake, and Evan in Oconomowoc. This parcel, colloquially known as the Gillig Pit, it does have its risk, or it does not risk. It has its environmental challenges. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. It has challenges. So we're going to work with the developer, possibly looking at doing an environmental TID to remediate the issues out there on that property. And that is kind of why the valuation impact, I didn't kind of calculate what the tax values of those or what the development would be, just based on the fact that it might be a while based on what's out there. We have to go through the whole process before we can kind of really settle down on what type of development's going to be out there for the layout of the assisted senior living facility. So overall, tax key T6-048500F has an assessed value of $32,000 in 2023. Parcel 2, which is T6-0485, has an assessed value of $208,700 in 2003. And then parcel 3 has, which is tax key T6-0486, has an assessed value of $248,800 in 2023. So pursuant to state statutes, the city would be required to pay the town of Hartford's taxes on these 3 parcels for 5 years, which is approximately $789.95 per year that we'd have to pay for 5 years for these parcels. The high valuations on their property is because it's, to the north is commercial property development. So as it currently is forecasted for future land use is commercial. We're requesting that it be zoned to MXD, which allows for the mix of institutional, which is the nursing or assisted living, senior living type of land use, as well as any other type of development that could go into that property. Because 22 acres is very large, and the assisted or the senior living facility is not going to take up all 22 acres. So MXD gives us the most flexibility for the property, and then that's about what we're looking for. So we're looking for a recommendation to annex this parcel into the city of Hartford, or these 3 parcels in the city of Hartford.
Okay, do we have any questions for staff? Anybody? If not, I would look for a motion to move forward.
A motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Joe, second by Ralph, or did you have a question? Oh, second by Ralph. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. You have to stay until the end, by the way. Kidding. Okay, next we have item number 5, discussion and consideration of a sign permit for the Hatchet House at 75 North Main Street. I just wanted to go on record as I looked at that picture. I like the fact they have the Hartford Hatchet House. That just kind of is punchy. I was there the day they opened. Very impressive. It was nice. Go ahead, please.
All right, so this is a review of the proposed sign within the Business Improvement District, which requires review by the Plan Commission. The sign itself at 75 North Main Street meets all the requirements of the sign code of the city of Hartford, so we have no issues with the proposed sign. So we're asking for an approval of the proposed wall sign in the Business Improvement District at the Hartford Hatchet House, 75 North Main Street.
Thank you very much. Any questions for staff? I read that all over. It looked really neat.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice looking sign. We'll look for motion to approve. Tony, and second by David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. Item number 6, discussion and consideration of the sale of Hartford Area Development Corporation, HADC lands. Tax keys, we'll go over 36-1801-003-004 and 36-1834-002-015, and we will go back to our city planner, Jacob Maas.
Okay, so in 2009, the HADC purchased 2 parcels of land from the Rattler Revocable Trust. These 2 parcels then were transferred over to the city of Hartford, as Tom stated, so that held in trust so that they didn't have to pay property taxes on the parcel. It's been on the market for a while. Now, Charlie Boysa of Basco Development is looking to purchase the property for $1,440,000 to develop, as he stated, multifamily as well as single family and maybe some duplex family or single family units within that 60 acres. So because it's held by the city, as Tom stated, it has to go in front of the Plan Commission for an advisory recommendation, because we're doing this review under Wisconsin State Statute 62.23 paren 5, which is recommendations referred or matters referred to the Plan Commission. And because there is going to be city infrastructure right away within this development, it has to come to the Plan Commission for approval. So again, we're looking for a positive, staff is recommending a positive recommendation to the sale of the property to the Common Council from the Plan Commission.
Okay, thank you. I have a question, but anybody else have a question for Jacob? My question is, like I had begun discussing when you came out to the dais prior to the meeting, and that is, there is quite a list of things there that go through what can be done on that, and I just wanted to make sure that in no way, shape, or form that a positive vote would be having, it starts with manufactured home park, which is a trailer park type of thing, that we're not automatically okaying virtually everything that you put in a very elaborate list of all the different uses for that land. This okay is just what it describes and not in any way okaying a specific use, because there's quite a bit of variance in the list, that a rather exhaustive list, actually, that you get.
When this was going through as that other project that predates me, the city amended the comprehensive plan to allow for this zoning. However, we never actually rezoned the parcel. So the rezoning on this parcel will be contingent on what the developer is proposing. So currently it's zoned industrial. So if you did not like what you saw, like a manufactured mobile home park, you could
It's
deny.
not that I didn't like it.
Yeah, or
just
it's
that-
not what the plan commission would like to see, I should.
Or
yeah,
it's actually
yeah.
more, I'm more concerned about what we can get through the council.
Correct. So the rezoning portion of it would allow you to maintain control of what you can and cannot, or what the developer wants to put into the property.
Make sure you were aware, okay. Just,
Thank you for the clarity.
hey, for you, the world.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Okay, super. That's
Yep.
what I was
Yeah.
looking for.
So you do have a chance yet to speak on to what the development is going to be through the rezoning process.
Okay. So with that, and this, the sale to the Hartford Development Corp. would have to go to the council. We're not the only.
Correct. It goes tomorrow night to the common
That's what I
council.
wanted to make
Yep,
sure of, just
for
so
the
you're all
actual
aware.
approval. This is just a advisory recommendation.
Super, okay, so we have, and I do want to thank the parties, everybody that spoke here was extremely well represented. It's always nice when people show up, so in case there are questions from either the Plan Commission or tomorrow at the City Council, that there are people here to clarify, to make sure that the bodies can make a proper decision for the benefit of the city, as well as the people who are coming in front of us. So, thank you. With that, discussion and consideration, which we have just discussed.
You had-
And now, yes, go ahead.
No, I just had something to,
Oh, I'm sorry?
You
I
mentioned-
just had something for discussion.
Oh, okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. First off, I'm in favor of the development. I think I know it's needed. I think it's a good thing. Mr. Boyza, I was still working for the city when Mr. Boyza did Oriole Ponds, and I thought he did an excellent job with that. Beautiful development. I do have a concern, though, and it's a concern. It's not against it at all, but the subdivision itself, especially like down in the southwest corner where that land kind of tapers off, the only thing that separates the main digester and the wastewater treatment plant in that lower corner is the railroad tracks. And it was brought up to me, I talked with Sewer Utility Director Dentis about it, and he has the same concerns. We're both for it, for the development, but it's going to come back to the city if the houses are built and it becomes a issue with odor down there. And that main digester I'm talking about, when they haul sludge, we haul it 3 times a year. It normally takes like 2 weeks, so they're running the mixers 24/7, and it'll throw off quite a bit of odor. It normally hangs down in that lower part of that area for the development, but still, like I said, this is just a concern. It's just something I think just wanted to get out there. So if again, I'm in favor of the development. I'm for it, but it's out there, and it's just something that I just want everybody to be aware of.
A potential issue, I think.
Right.
is what- Wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Mayor?
Mayor,
Yes, go ahead.
can I go now?
Oh, for you, the world.
So one thing I want to bring up, so we're kind of bringing up, obviously, there might be an opportunity for some unpleasantly smell. One thing I just want to bring up, I too am in favor, just so you guys all know, so there's no surprises. We're not going to have to pull out boxing gloves like we've had in the past, I promise. And I just wanted to go on record, because I will not be here tomorrow to vote on it with the council, that we have spent quite a bit of time with the team, looking at it as a subcommittee, more or less, kind of a HADBOC committee of some of the opportunities. What you're putting in from Matters Development is awesome, taking up some property that we've, it's kind of a an eyesore, I guess, to the city to some extent. The idea of how he wants to develop it, going from a commercial kind of into residential, and you got the town park up there. I think it's a great blend. I think it's an awesome idea. I like this idea. I want to bring up a couple things that has brought up in the past. It put us at a halt, or put me at a halt in the decision on this. One of them is we did, so everybody, it is on record, we did trade that land as a wetlands to be able to be develop on it a while back to another county. So there is, you're in at one point in time, part of that has been considered wetlands. So when you go to develop it, I want you to be very clear that there is going to be some issues with water. There's going to be some issues there. I do not. I was on the council, newly on the council, when we had the issue up with Western Hills. When Western Hills was built on a low area, I don't know if that was ever traded, but we had a lot of problems with, a lot of the basements in Western Hills were swimming pools. The developer themselves tried to walk away. I know Dave was part of the solution. They end up redoing a lot of water work to get it to dry out in that area, to be able to develop the rest of it. I don't want to go through the same thing. So when it comes down to it, I will, through this process, as you bring it forward, look at what are we doing, what is the drainage, what's that type of thing. So as you go forward in developing that property, please keep that in mind. That was another big reason why I was opposed as a city to develop that property, because of that possibility, and then that's something that we end up inheriting. So I was also, I will say I was very, big smile on my face when you actually brought up that you're going to try to put in affordable housing, but you're not going down the county path. You want to build a sustainable, that's one of the things that my biggest drive is to build a city that's going to last forever. I don't want to build a 10-year home and use them sub-adequate or lesser, like instead of 2x4 or 2x8, you're using 2x6s, so on and so forth. I want these houses to last. I want these houses to be part of the community for a long time and not to fall apart in 10 years and become what could be considered an eyesore or anything else like that. So you guys know where I'm at. I'm excited to hear that we found somebody that's going to come in, take over, develop it themselves, develop with youth who lived here. And I'm looking directly at you because I'm excited about you being part of the community already. You know what you're doing. And that's my biggest thing is once I'm off this council, I won't be here like a couple of my cohorts has been here for years and years and years. Of course, I'm getting close now. But when I leave, I want to leave. My family lives here. My son bought a house in town. He doesn't have no intention of moving out of Hartford. I want to leave him a nice city. So again, please keep in mind what I said. I know I said a lot. I could repeat it, and
No.
if you ask me, I could send you bullet points if you really want to. But yeah. So I just wanted to go on record that I am going to be in favor of it, but we will be watching as this develops through.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? If not, I'd be looking for a motion to move forward.
I motion to approve.
Okay, we'll go Joe and David. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Thank you. At that time, we go with the planner's report. We give it to Jacob Maas.
All right, well, thank you very much. So we have a big step here tonight, Appendix B, which is the land use descriptions. This is kind of the baseline of what are the regulations for each type of land use that occurs. The next big step is naming the zone, having the actual zoning districts and attributing these traits to those zoning districts. But in your packet tonight, we have the Appendix B, which goes over all the land uses from residential, commercial, industrial, all the way down to temporary or accessory uses. It's quite an extensive list. So we are moving forward on this. There's no vote on this. It's just giving you information on what we're all looking at. If you have any feedback or any concerns in this, some of this stuff is regulated by state, like manufactured home park. This pretty much follows state statutes in regards to that. A big one that always comes up, especially in aldermanic districts, is the community living arrangements. That again is following state statutes, especially the 8 and under ones are pretty much allowed in any residential district in the city. That we as a city can't regulate that. That's pretty much state statute that mandates that. So we have that. We don't have that ability to regulate that like we wish we could, but that's how it goes with state statutes and governance over our communities. One thing we should ask or look at is section 3.02 craft brewery, winery, distillery. That's a new one that would allow microbreweries, and it actually lists the size and square footage of those. So if a business wants to come in, and we're going to allow them in the central business district or the downtown business district for these craft breweries and wineries or distilleries. So we have that's what we have here in front of you, as well as resale and all that other, or not resale, but sale, retail and stuff like that.
Super. Thank you. With that, item 8, we stand adjourned to the call of the chair. Have a great day.